So a while ago, I'd seen this webcomic called Assigned Male on Tumblr. It's about a transsexual child who um, goes around being a social justice warrior, and it's just irritating as hell to me. So I finally got some time on my hands to do a video on it. It's called Assigned Male because apparently when doctors are birthing children, they're supposed to somehow have psychic powers and detect if someone's going to be a tranny or not. Because we don't have technology to do that just fucking yet. So this first comic I'm going to show you is pretty much everything I object to in the thing. It just irritates me so much. It says fears of parents of trans children, how to overcome them. Okay, so the fear of getting bullied. The dad's like, "Oh, you're gonna get bullied," and the kid's like, "Well, maybe I don't care," and then they fucking embrace. And if that was the only thing in this whole Tumblr, I would be okay with that. That would be actually a pretty positive message. Thumbs up. Fucking webcomic over. We don't need to do this anymore. But then it goes on because of course it fucking does. And it says fear of being judged by society. And so the dad's like, well, what are the neighbors going to say? And to this I just say, well, fuck the neighbors, because the neighbors are nosy pricks. Who gives a fuck what they have to say? But the child's like, well, they will ask questions, and I will answer them. Well, they might just go ahead and call you a faggot. Like, and what are you going to do then? Were you going to answer them by, like, whining, probably? Because this is Tumblr, after all. And, let's see, the thing that really does my head in about that response is if they ask questions, you assume that you can actually answer all the questions. Not everyone doesn't know fucking everything, and are you going to answer them correctly? This is Tumblr. I don't fucking think so. So of course it goes on from there because it gets worse, and it says fear of your child turning into a precocious educator. And it says Steffi is the main character. You don't have to do this, as in transition. And it says how to love your child even more. And it says the response is that's fine, Dad. I'm on Tumblr, which is not a fucking valid response to fucking anything in reality. And I know how to handle things. No, absolutely not. Those two things do not go together at all. Like one of the things that I tell trainees that I talk to who ask me about like what I go through is I tell them, don't go to fucking Tumblr, because those motherfuckers don't know shit about anything. Not just specifically this, everything else. This last panel should have been titled "Fear of your child turning into a pretentious twat." So then there's one about hormone blockers, and like the kid is worried about the effects, which yeah, you don't really feel much different at all. Although I will tell you, on just androgen blockers, you will actually lose the ability to open up a fucking jaw really quickly. It's like the first thing that happened, and it happened real fast. That myth is absolutely true. Grip strength goes to shit. And is my skin supposed to be softer? It does not happen immediately, but it will eventually do that shit. And it gets all fucking shiny and shit. It's awesome. But yes, that does happen, but not immediately. And I don't think fucking Tumblr's gonna be helping you with that. And then bitch needs to fucking wash her hair, which that's just minging. I understand this kid's like 10, but I don't think I ever did that when I was 10. So then this kid fucking needs to lay off the drugs. Seriously, because that is the look of a fucking drug addict right there. Someone who has been not just high on life, fucking smoking crystal life out of a fucking light bulb. This one just does my head in even more. You'll notice this is number 95. There are over 100 of these fucking things. And this one says, so what are you going to buy with the money you earned doing, I don't know, tranny shit? And it says, I'll buy books about the cisgendered, which could really mean just any fucking books. I mean, there's probably going to be a lot of cisgendered characters, given that there are more cisgendered people in reality than there are transgendered people, right? Like, transgender people are not very common. And it said, the evening was an eye-opening experience. Well, no fucking shit. I saw the first panel in this comic. I want to learn more about them so I can be a good ally to cis people. What the fuck are you talking about? You don't need... it's like... okay, so the lesbian mum who fucking also goes to Tumblr. I was like, didn't we have a discussion about sarcasm recently? Look, cis people do have problems. Everyone's got fucking problems. Like, the writer of this is a fucking idiot. So then, there's the whole series of motivational posters involving this kid, and they only motivate me to want to just fucking hate myself for reading them. This one says, I wasn't born with a boy's body, in quotes. I am a girl, and my body is mine, so it's a girl's body. Girls have all kinds of bodies. Well, the last sentence is technically true, but the rest of it is just a circular fucking clusterfuck of logic. Like, okay, so I wasn't born with a fucking human body. I am an Apache helicopter, and my Apache self has these pronouns. So it is I am an Apache helicopter. No, that's not how that fucking works, and you know it. I believe in this awesome idea that trans people should be seen as a positive addition to society. Not if they are fucking horrible cunts like me. They shouldn't. They should be held with disdain. It's okay for allies to make mistakes. What isn't okay is for them to decide what is a mistake and what isn't. Well, fuck you. First off, there's this thing called, like, self-analysis and self-criticism. Like, if you think you've made a mistake, right, and someone else hasn't pointed out, you can actually go back and say, well, did I do wrong? And be like, oh shit, no one else was able to call me out on this bullshit because they didn't notice. I'll fix that because I noticed it. Don't be fucking... Don't be ignorant of the shit that you're doing. It's like they're promoting lack of thinking, and it just does my nut. And someone says, I'm certainly not the first trans person you'll encounter. I'm the first person you'll encounter that you know is trans. You don't fucking know that. That is an arrogant statement. Fuck you. What, I'm pretty sure that people have heard of fucking RuPaul, motherfucker. Although, I think he's just a drag queen, but whatever. It's the fucking same shit, for sake of argument. And it just keeps going, because it fucking, of course it does. Where this horrible bitch over here, she's like, well, I guess that's your oldest son, and yep, blah 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 blah, and the kid fucking freaks out. It's like, because of course it did, because this fucking kid's also been on Tumblr, and I don't know, this kid's dad, I hope, fucking adult life guardian, says, my child doesn't want you to assume anything about their identity or sexuality. Sorry, well, I don't give a fuck what the child wants at all, because, for one thing, they're fictional, but the second off, fucking, they're never going to stop people from having thoughts. I'm sorry, no matter how fucking much they would want to. Unless they're like Charles Xavier and they can fucking psychic power the shit out of them and force them to do it, yeah, I suppose. But other than that, no. And of course, this bitch is like, oh, well, first they'll ask for rights, and soon they'll ask for respect. Well, no, you have to actually... You can ask for rights, and you can, try to get them, but respect, no, you don't ask for a fucking respect. You earn respect. That's one of the things. That's one of the facts of fucking life. But even so, right? People fucking assume shit about my identity all the time because I'm a fucking tranny. Like, and here's just a sample of the kind of crap that I sometimes get. And you know what? I don't fucking care, right? Because I just base my shit on what I know about fucking medical science after talking to, like, actual fucking doctors about my transition. I don't fucking go to Tumblr and say, oh, yes, Tumblr, fucking please tell me the information I need to know about fucking growing me some tits. Really. No. Get fucked. So we're getting to the end of these things, or at least to the end of how many I can fucking stand to look at. And the main character gets pissed off because this kid over here says that he likes summer. And she's like, you say that to my face about you liking summer, you motherfucker. Then they have a nice little chat like kids do about fucking being objectified and asking if there's a standardized exam to detect the patriarchy in your soul. Which... if that is ever a fucking real thing, God help us all. Of course, the little black chick, she is fucking the smartest one, because she knows that she's going to get in trouble for being black. Because the patriarch is going to start administering wage gaps upon her almost fucking immediately. She wants to minimize the impact of those wage gaps. I can't believe this thing exists. Well, I can because I'm looking at it right now, and it just fucking pisses me off so much. So one of the objections I have against this thing is that the characters in this shit look very similar. Almost all of them do. Like the character design is lazy as fuck. And this is my example of this, right? This is basically, have a look at this picture and tell me what's wrong with it, and I'll give you some time to kind of assess it. Okay? So, the fucking astute of you will realize that I edited the text to be fucking a dickhead, but the people who have the trained eye will notice that I actually changed the hairstyles of these two characters around, and you can't fucking really tell unless you look really hard, or basically not a scrub. But I hate that about this fucking thing, is that the character design is so fucking lazy as well, in addition to being very shallow in content and full of social justice. But I'm not one without mercy. In fact, I have a great suggestion for the writer of this comic, and it is to fuck the identity politics altogether and instead focus on the dankness. Fucking that way, everyone can enjoy. I think the number of views will go up. Everyone can enjoy some dank memes, and I think it'd be great.